Some think that violence and hip-hop go hand in hand, and if you listen to Chief Keef, he's willing to affirm that notion for you. But this doesn't have much to do about Keef. After all, he's just a kid. If I received all that attention at his age, why would I stop what I was doing? Why wouldn't I curse out Lupe on Twitter, or laugh at somebody's death? I'm being rewarded for irrational behavior and shit. I don't know any better. We're all familiar with inner city violence. We ride trains with people like Keef. We live next door to them. We have troubled youth in our families. I don't have to listen to Finally Rich for that. It's our familiarity that makes us so intolerant of his music. Gangster rap was glorified for years, and maybe at some point it was needed to speak for the disenfranchised. But we've seen the negative extremes of what music can bring. It wasn't until the mid to late 90s where we saw what too much gangster shit really leads to. It's been said that the Vietnam War was the first time most Americans had a chance to see war on TV. Before that, it was something that you read about in newspapers. So you imagined, you pictured gladiators dying in the heat of patriotism. It felt more noble. That is, until the 60s and the 70s, when most people owned TVs and they saw what war really was and what it led to, and they couldn't stand the sight of it. Just like we can't stand the sight of this. Well, at least most of us with a conscience. It's a slippery slope once you start to condone the actions of a misguided teen like Chief Keef. I never understood why rappers justify their violent lyrics with the classic example of the Terminator or whatever action flick is worse than they are. That film isn't vicarious. You don't feel it. You're not responsible for what happens in the movie. But a 17-year-old hailing out of Chicago with a growing impressionable fan base is something that we as a collective all bear an ethical responsibility to, because we ride trains with people like Keef. We live next door to them. We have troubled youth in our families. And you would think that the morally conscious Kanye West,
George Bush doesn't care about black people,
would know all of this already rather than co-sign Keef with a feature. But that's the thing about entertainment. Once money's involved, nobody cares about the effect it has on the youth. Everything is fair game. Everything, and I do mean everything, is justifiable.